All right, welcome back to my Canadian short story project, where I talk about Canadian short stories that have been curated by Kevin Hardcastle, a short story writer himself. 73 short stories to read during the pandemic, or thereabouts. I keep on talking about the qualifiers on that, but thereabouts. Today I am talking about. It has skipped around on me. A Song for Robin by Heather O'Neill. This is new fiction from Freeman's, October the 17th, 2017. It's from LitHub is where it got. It was linked from, and I put it on my little Kindle here so I could read and enjoy, or read and, well, yeah, actually, it was an okay story. This is very much a story of a girl who's talks at the very beginning. It's like, I'm. They asked me to sing at Robin's funeral, and kind of recounts her relationship with this Robin. Her as a kid, she loved to sing. She was very much kind of working class family who doesn't really have much appreciation of art, and she just sort of sang jingles and commercials for them. And she did that at school. And like everyone else is like singing rock songs and things like that. But she's like, no, I'm gonna sing a commercial, and she gets laughed at by most everybody. But Robin, this kid around her age, 17, who says that, wow, you are amazing, you've got a beautiful voice, and really encourages her. Says, I'm going to be your manager, and they become girlfriend and boyfriend. They 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 have sex. It's kind of it was kind of odd, because there's a thing about the voice of, even when I was really little, when my mom used to turn on the radio in the kitchen, I'd always go really quiet. I wouldn't make a peep. The music was like a magic spell on me. They all liked it when I sang commercials. My mom said I sang the orange juice commercial better than the woman who was on the orange juice commercial. I loved that. I was so proud of myself. It's kind of a young voice, so it was a little bit of a shock when, like, they say, like, they they took off, and she said, like, she said, hey, your body is really making me horny, and sort of it's like, and I was very well developed for my age, and it was like a little bit of a shock, because the voice was of the stories is like, it's a good clear voice, but it sounds younger than that, even though that, oh yeah, they're 17 or 18. So it's like, I hear that kids at that age actually do engage in intercourse and such stuff every once in a while. So that was a little bit off-putting, but so yes, so they make love. They screw each other's brains out, I think is what they say in the story. But they go through, as they're going through, they're doing lots of, like, kids' birthdays, and a grocery store opening where they get like a free chicken as well as their paycheck. Just, really kind of Joe Job kind of music stuff, and singing, Lionel Richie, I Just Called to Say I Love You. It seems like it's set in the 80s or something. There's like there's a thing here about like how she really loved Tracy Chapman. She loved Cyndi Lauper, maybe 80s, 90s, that kind of an era. It seems like when the story might be set, just by judging by the music, unless it happens to do with just the tastes of the people involved. But as they go along, Robin becomes a drug addict. He came from kind of a rough family where his mother was never there, and sounds like she was a drug addict. Robin becomes a drug addict. He starts basically wanting her money as well, and not treating her very well, and they break up. She decides, you know what? This was really Robin's dream. I don't really have big ideas. I like my dad. My dad has a job, and he says, like, just get a job that nobody else wants, and then no one will take it from you. And that's what she said, okay, I'm going to get a job at Dunkin' Donuts. And it's like, hey, I really enjoy working at Dunkin' Donuts, and doing that. And the last thing she heard from Robin was him calling from prison, where he asked, that he'd sing, a Whitney Houston song to him, because, it made him feel like someone loved him, like, Whitney Houston loved Bobby Brown, which is thing. And she talks about how I never wanted to be like Bobby Brown, and stuff like that. I have to say, it kind of tips into what I think is maybe over modeling. Here's the last line. Last couple of lines of the story. It's not really my business to figure out who killed Robin. The best thing I can do at the moment is just sing the Whitney Houston song at his funeral. I don't know if that'll do Robin any good. I think I need to sing it to me as much as to him. I think I'll be singing a love song to some sort of dream that was too big for us to have. It kind of drifts off into kind of like love, dreams. There's a thing further back where it's talking about, like, but the love between her parents. It was like, my mother used to say we weren't rich in money, but we were rich in all sorts of other things, like love, I guess she meant. I broke up with Robin. I started dating Peter, who worked with me at the donut store with me. And it's sort of like, it's one of these stories that seems to be telling you a little too much, like isn't leaving me room to kind of make those connections myself. The whole idea of like her father having kind of like, he gave up robbing stores to and got a kind of a janitorial, I think it's a janitorial job, and it's like he loves that job. He loves kind of all the silly people that he meets at the thing, and they laugh and they have fun, but we have to kind of be told everything in the story. So for me, in the end, it was a story that the voice sounded a little too young for the character, maybe too simple. Whether it felt like maybe it's an author who's sort of writing down to the character, making the character a little bit more simple. Like, oh, I'm a simple folk. I just want to work at a Dunkin' Donut. It's like, I can see you writing a story where someone's like, I want the security. I like working. I like getting a paycheck, but not making it like I'm a simple folk and I don't have big ideas. It feels a little bit, it feels dismissive to me, and it feels a little too pat to me, I guess, in a way. So yeah, that is my reaction to a Song for Robin by Heather O'Neill. More videos later. Oh, I guess I'll turn it off.